This is First Channel Sunday Times. I'm Valer Fadiev. On the 19th of December in Istanbul, a Russian diplomat was killed whose name was Andrei Karlov. He became a victim of barbarity and vileness. Barbarity of those who don't want peace in the Middle East, vileness of those who have saturated themselves in wild ideas and are ready to kill in their name. The organizers were expecting a knee-jerk reaction on the part of the Russian government, like it was in the case of the downed Russian plane, but in reality they got a completely different situation. The Turkish government had tried to become a part of the European Union, and as it seems, a liberal military dictatorship has been set up in Turkey, as unthinkable as it may sound. But here's another paradox. A part of the population, especially young people, have resisted a dilution of their identity, in particular elements of Islam. They wanted the freedom to decide their own way of life. But the military told them, no, it will be how we want it, you will become Europeans. Then this part of the population began to appeal to Europe. Oh, look over here, you have freedom. But here in Turkey we don't have it. We are being forced to become Europeans. What sort of freedom is that? Erdogan came to power with the slogans of freedom and democracy. His aim was the removal of military elements from the government, and he was successful in that mission, but Islamist elements began to rise up. There is nothing scary about this. Islam is not dangerous, radicals are. But because the military have overplayed their hand, a large amount of radicals had appeared, especially among young people. In Turkey, there are many supporters of the Ottoman Empire. For example, the previous Prime Minister, Davutoglu, was a famous supporter on this idea, a book author on this subject. There's also the Kurdish problem. The Kurds are a large number of people who don't have their own state. They live on the territories of a number of countries: Iraq, Turkey, Syria, and Iran. It is not even known how many Kurds live in Turkey. There is no exact number, from 6 to 11 million. In the southeast of Turkey, there is currently a war being fought over Kurdish independence. Kurdish radicals regularly carry out terror attacks. That's how drastic the situation is in Turkey. These are the sources of destructive elements in the government apparatus, which is what the President Vladimir Putin had stated in his press conference. Turkey is currently unable to take control of these elements, but does this excuse Turkey's failures? I don't know, but at least it somewhat explains them.